Come on, where's the trust?
Coming up in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, at United Center, the Warriors taking on the Bulls. For the Golden State Warriors, losing 7 out of their last 10 games has left a bad taste in their mouth. But tonight represents a new beginning, and they want to taste victory once again. Bulls, Warriors, tip-off coming right up. Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at Chicago. Right now, they're down in the 9th spot. They haven't had the kind of success they had wanted to have at this point of the season.
Seeing where Chicago is, this season has been much more of a grind for them than anyone expected. They've only been a shadow of the team that was so dominant a year ago.
Yeah, honestly, guys, we expected a lot more from them. They've had a lot of things go wrong this year.
Now, Golden State's starting 5. They've got Hill. He's out there with Garrett, and it's Cortez in at the 5 spot. And for the Bulls, well, there've got to be a lot of challenges at different stages of the season, Stan. Here we are at mid-season. What comes to the top of your mind when you think about what these coaches are facing now?
Well, you know, Kevin, for me, it was always just that mental grind of thinking that there was an answer out there that I wasn't finding, that we had one more thing that maybe could unlock better performance. And you think about the game 24/7, where sometimes the best way to come up with those answers would be to get away from it.
Defended by Gibson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Pass to Garrett. And Gibson kicks to Hill. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so Knight will bring it up for Chicago. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Green, the triple.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Outside Hill. Here's Traore. Lewis covered. Traore's shot is on.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Now here's Lewis. He's tightly guarded. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Yeah, so kind of special to see how they match up. A lack of familiarity, both for the players and the fans. Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time.
Up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Gibson with the screen on Lewis. Back to Gibson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Now Knight.
Come on now, dog. Come on.
And he uses the glass on the way.
offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
And here's a look at the stats for Slim. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's putting up 9 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. But you look at the rebound totals, and it's a big part of what he does for this team.
Everybody has their strengths. Easy to see that rebounding is his, and he is honed in on it.
And so here is Golden State. 7-point differential. It's 2-on-1. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Warriors have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Cortez passes to Gibson, and it's Gibson finishing it off.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said. Just 5 on the clock. Buries the long-range jumper. 5 points in the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's all in by the Bulls.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start. And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Inside, here's Hill, and Hill throws it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's Chicago. They're on a 16-7 run. Lewis outside. Here is Slim. 11 points last game.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of the evening. And he knocks down the first one. That one misses. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with competition.
Oh, that was some power on that dunk.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's Garrett. For 3, Gibson. It's good from long range. Gibson's got 7.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Pass to Kramer. With the drive. It's rebounded by Garrett.
Look, you've got to convert those. Come on.
Here's Traore. Scoreless thus far. Down low. Here's Cortez. Can't connect from short range.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Kramer. Off target at the rim. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Take a look at the Warriors.
And right now for the Warriors, they have been one of the major surprises in the NBA this season. Unfortunately, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, I just don't know what has happened to them. You get the sense that their frustration is starting to reach a breaking point, too.
Prime time's checked in for Golden State. Pass to Kramer. Pocket 6. Outside Lewis. Good on the triple. He has 7.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Mills looking it over. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Kramer's shot is no good. Warriors trail by 9. Here's Soray. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here's Lewis. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Pass to Torrey. Back to Mills. And there's the drive. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Well, not really much you can do to stop him there. You want your players to go hard at the bucket like that.
For 3. Offensive rebound. Lewis outside. From deep. The Warriors pull it in. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games. Watching
the film, guys, they were poor offensively. I expect much better execution tonight.
And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
Pass to Mills. Here's the 3. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, they've come out with more energy and effort, and that's reflected in the score.
Stolen. 1:36 left here in the opening quarter. Launches a 3. No good on that one. Bulls leading by 11. Mills with the steal. From 10 feet out, it's tipped. And here is Lewis. He's got 9. Kramer, the pass to Lewis. Here is Slim. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Lewis. Just 4 to shoot. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
The kick out to Hill. And the call will be against Primetime. That's his first foul. The Bulls leading by 11. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Thompson with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit. Pass to Ware. Nine feet out. Bank shot. No good. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their defense has been active and effective. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got Daniels hurrying out there with prime time, and it's Ramsey in at the 4.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Bulls have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Free throw good from Thompson. Hey Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarter.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Marion, a screen on Knight. Here's Mills. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Chicago making a switch here. Owens checked in. Free throw good. Mills. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the latter half of this two-game homestand. Pass to Ware. Back to Thompson. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the passer floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Marion with it. Up top Mills. He's guarded by Knight. They get the rebound. Daniels inside the line. Here's Mills. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Mills has got 7 points for the quarter. Chicago leading by 11. Thompson outside. Over Daniels. Thompson misses. The Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Gibson. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Gibson's got 9 points.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard. We look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. Ware kicks to Thompson. To the inside, and stolen by Oakley. Gibson against Knight. Marion lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Marion's got his first bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now, here's Thompson. He's covered by Daniels. Here's Kramer. Mills with the rebound. Mills has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Gibson. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
First one falls for. Free throws good from Gibson. And Stan, we seem to be in the midst of a big man renaissance in the NBA. And I love it. So that being said, which of these big stars do you like the most?
Well, that's a tough question because there's so much talent and they're all different. You've got Embiid, who is unstoppable offensively. You've got Wembanyama with his combination of size and length, skill and agility. You've got guys who can shoot the ball. But the guy that combines the most of those things that I would take, Nikola Jokic.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Pass to Mills. Over Thompson. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Mills.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Basket good.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Garrett. Back to Mills. Shoots the 3. That shot is no good. His 5th miss now in 12 tries.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Banked in off the glass. And now it's a 9-point Bulls lead.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish. And with the pause in the action, let's look at the numbers for Gibson. Putting up about 22 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
First free throw is good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
So both teams changing it up here. Both free throws good for Mills.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Warriors making a change here. Garrett's checked in. Feet away. It's rebounded by Garrett. Garrett's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And Gibson kicks to Hill. Here's Traoré. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Traoré's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Here's Traoré. He's coming off a 10-point game against Atlanta.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous. Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Pass to Thompson. Here's Ware. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Lewis. A special move before the shot. Lewis has got 11.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Traoré. He's covered by Thompson. Pass to Garrett. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Lewis on the way. Puts the move on, and it's good on the way in. He's got 13.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Gibson looking it over. Over Lewis. And Ware pulls it down.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Lewis kicks to Thompson. Pass to Ware. They set the pick. Lewis against Gibson. Lewis attacking, and the shot is good. And it's a 7-point Chicago lead.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Lewis against Gibson. And he lays it straight in. Gibson's got 6 in the quarter.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Primetime's checked in for Golden State. Let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who the best defenders have been over the past month. Here are your steals leaders. And here are the Bulls now. Pass to Slim. And the Bulls with another miss.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Here's Traoré. It's deflected. Outside Knight. Takes a shot at the elbow. The Warriors pull it in. Hill's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Traoré. Lewis covering. Traoré's shot is off.
Well, it's been a frustrating night for him at the offensive end. Just not able to give them any kind of a lift.
Mills with the steal. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. Here's Garrett. He's guarded by Knight. Pass to Mills for the three. Knight grabs the board. The Bulls leading by 5. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Bulls shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah, my wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Pulls up. Can't nail the jumper. Warriors trail by 6. With the step back, here's Mills. Does not find the basket. He's shooting 50% from the floor on 14 tries. Outside Knight. There's the screen to the paint. And he jams it with authority.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Golden State's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Golden State moving it around. Mills passes to Cortez. Here's Garrett. Now here's Mills. He's coming off a 19-point game against Atlanta.
But it didn't deter him from attacking defensively. His pressure was terrific. He also got 3 steals in that game.
Covered by Mills. Lewis on top. 15 points in the game. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. Here's Garrett. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Lewis outside. Pass to Slim. 13 feet away. It's good. It's his 2nd basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort. 2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Bulls leading by 5. Now Lewis. He's averaging just around 28.5 points a game. So many offensive skills in his toolkit. And yes, it's good. Lewis has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Chicago Bulls.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get into space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times the defense couldn't get back. That created all sorts of mismatches.
And next up, here's a look at some of the contenders for the fan-favorite three-point contest.
No doubt these guys can shoot the lights out, but I've got an idea. Let me stand right in front of the rim. Let's see how many they make in a row.
Adding obstacles to the course. I like it. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Really an incredible game from primetime.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Here's Traore. To the inside. Kicks it out to Gibson. And it's denied. And for Golden State, Hill is out there with Garrett. And it's Traore in at the point. Right on the bucket. He's got 12.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
Gibson. And that one comes up a bit short. Bulls leading by 9. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pass to Traore. A floater. It's all in by the Bulls. Slim's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
Free throw line jump shot. Misses off the left iron.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look. Just couldn't finish.
Now that's what I call a momentum changer.
Yeah, when you've got a point guard with that kind of spring, no lead is safe.
Yeah, he saw the opportunity to finish with some authority, trying to fire his guys up.
Left side, Knight. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. He tries for 3. They get it again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Hill. Back to Gibson. Six to shoot. There's the triple. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They've led by as many as 14 points.
Anyway, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight, not wasting any chances, really using his head.
For Chicago, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight. Warriors trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Well, some rookies have been making a name for themselves on the glass this past month. Let's see who we're talking about. Take a look at Slim, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
And every team in the league needs a guy who can go and get. I mean, his great work on the boards certainly endear him to the coaching staff.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. And Garrett kicks to Hill. Now here's Gibson. Not a lot of room. Got a piece of it.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Pass to Lewis. Shot clock at 6. On target from 13 feet. Lewis has got 19 points.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
Here's Garrett. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Traoré. Will it go? Hill has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. Hill's got 6.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Goes back up. Pass to Slim. Knight kicks to Lewis. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Yes! Knight's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Warriors trail by 15. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. D.A. thanks.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. For 3, Hill. Lewis grabs the board. Lewis has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive. And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Traoré. Lewis covering. Here's Gibson. And the layup's good off the glass. Gibson's got 4 points in the quarter.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Defended by Gibson. Back to Lewis. And it's blocked. And they get it back. From deep three-point land. Out tonight. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Now here's Lewis. He's guarded close. Tries yet again. Toure grabs the rebound. Warriors trail by 15. Inside. Kicks it out to Gibson. Down low, here's Cortez. That one drops for him.
Showing great vision and delivering the pass out in front.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Marion, he's checked in for Hill. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 17 points was their biggest margin. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Well, that's just a careless pass. He's lucky that was just deflected and not picked off.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And, guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
To the right side. Pass to Kramer. Fires from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Kramer's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Warriors trail by 16. Here's Garrett. To the paint. Toure's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Thompson the bounce pass. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Here's Garrett. A three-pointer, no good. The Bulls leading by 18. To the inside. Warriors with the rebound. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And here is Gibson. 17 points in the game. Here's the floater. And Thompson sends it back. Here's Kramer. Knight passes to Slim. And it goes down 2 points. Slim's got 10 points in the game. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Inside. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. Golden State's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Pass to Gibson. Down low. Here's Toure. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
To the middle. Here's Marion. It's all in by the Bulls. Thompson with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Slim. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
The first free throw is good.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, That'll help them seal the deal.
So both teams making some changes here. He hits
Come
one,
on
then
now,
misses the
dog.
second attempt from the free throw line.
Come
The
on,
Warriors trail by
man.
21. Pass to Toure. Mills with it. And here's Daniels. Takes the three. Marion kicks to Mills. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot two. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. The Bulls leading by 20. Thompson outside. A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. Kramer, the pass to Slim. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to look at stats for Daniels. Some nice work from him over the last 10 games. He's averaging about 7 points a game, 5 assists, and 6 rebounds. And with the ball in his hands, he is an outstanding distributor.
Well, he is so unselfish. That's why guys love playing alongside him.
To the left side wing. Now here's Mills. He's covered closely. That's tipped. Pass to Kramer. To the paint. Here's Panescu. Can't cash in from close range. Warriors trail by 20. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
The Warriors have been good at the free throw line in this one, 7 of 8. Here's Thompson. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Pass to Kramer. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. You look at Mills. You know what you're going to get from him day in and day out.
As a point guard, you want to create the best possible shot every trip down the floor. And given the way these guys have shot the ball, you know, it's not a bad idea every now and then for them to go it alone.
Well, it's often the big guys who have the highest field goal percentages. To get that kind of efficiency from your point guard is something special.
And he's good on the second. 1:03 left in the third quarter of the game. Inside. And he dumps it down.
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 56 seconds left to play in the third. Chicago leading by 16. Here's Freeman. Pass to Ware. Now Thompson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Kramer. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
And the way they have controlled the glass this game, really impressive.
Yeah, they're winning the possession battle, and that's often what decides games in the NBA.
Here's Traoré. 12 points for him, and he's good on the 3-ball. Traoré's got 12 points here in the second half. And Thompson launches it from deep, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 13. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Let's listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team in the huddle.
Just keep running, keep getting stops. The offense will come. See if we can move it a little bit more against the rush, and then drive it, move it, catch it, shoot it.
Clearly he wants his guys, Greg, to work harder on offense.
And I love what Coach Budenholzer said. Just keep gutting through it, and eventually something positive will happen.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Thompson, and it's Freeman in at the 2. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Marion dishes to Mills. And Ware pulls it down. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Chicago. 22 is their biggest lead. It's tipped. Ware kicks to Thompson. Pass to Freeman. Back to Thompson. Here's Kramer. Out to the wing. Here's Ware. Buries it from 3-point range. Ware's got 5 points in the quarter.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
There's a good screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Turns it over there, but that's his first of the contest. He's done a good job of minimizing mistakes on the night.
Bowen, he's checked in for the Bulls. The Warriors also with a sub. Augustine's checked in. Bowen, the pass to Thompson. Here's Bowen, defended by Gibson. Back to Thompson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 20.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Now here's Gibson. Takes it inside. And a moment now to check out who the Warriors have coming up on their schedule. On Saturday, then on Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Kings in Sacramento.
And for that game against the Jazz, that's where you have got to bring your A game, especially when you know you're going to be fighting an uphill battle all night long.
The first one falls. The Bulls making a switch here. Webb's checked in. Oakley's checked in for the Warriors. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Bulls leading by 18. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Pass to Webb. Here's Bowen. The tray. And it's Daniels with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now Gibson. Down low. Mills in the corner. Three-pointer. And no good. So Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Bowen the pass to Wade. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But great, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Daniels dishes to Gibson. Puts up a three. No good on that one.
Well, so far in the second half, he hasn't been able to get another three to fall.
Here's Bowen, defended by Gibson. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Chicago leading by 20. And here is Webb. Bulls moving the ball around. Good on the three-point shot.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Daniels kicks to Murray. Gibson up top. Over Bowen. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist by Oakley. Gibson's got 4 points now in the quarter. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's Bowen. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Pass to Bowen. Shot clock at 5. From the arc. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Gibson. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Pass to Slim. Who is outside? No good on the 3.
Yeah, really unlike him to have this kind of game from 3.
Outside Gibson. Now here's Mills. The 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Ware's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, after draining 3 triples in the first half, he doesn't have any in the second half. I know he's disappointed, but he needs to remain aggressive.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop the train when he's coming in for the slam.
Daniels with it. Here's Garrett. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. It's deflected to the inside. I've heard some talk about this idea, Stan. What do you think about adding a one-on-one tournament to the All-Star Weekend?
Wow, Kevin, I love that idea. And if you could get the better players to play, I think there would be some serious interest in that from fans and some great competition among the players.
And we see it every night in the NBA. That's what we all crave for, right? We want to see the biggest names against each other.
Yeah, every night we want to see the best players one-on-one against the other great players in the league.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They retain possession. Now here's Mills. Hits the three-point bomb. Mills has got 26.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now. Just his 1st in the second half.
Pass to Ware. This one for 3, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Slim.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. Golden State's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the 4th quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And the NBA coach has made sure franchises can't sell their future via draft picks in a trade. What do you think of that?
I think it was probably a good idea because, you know, all of us, coaches, maybe even more than GMs, but organizations get to a point that you want to win so badly in the present that you're willing to just sacrifice the future, and that can lead to some very bad teams down the road, and the NBA doesn't want that.
Yeah, and we've seen that. You're right. A lot of examples. That's good from Gibson. And so he makes both from the line.
And since halftime, he's made a concerted effort to get to the line. Be aggressive. Great stuff.
Pass tonight. There's the pick. Who is outside? Toure grabs the rebound. Toure's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Garrett. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Slim. Who is outside? And the Bulls another 3.
Well, it's only his 2nd 3 of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it.
Inside, Garrett. An easy 2 points on the layup. Garrett's got 4 points in the quarter.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Down low. Here's Slim. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
At the line for Chicago. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
On its way from Gibson for 2, and the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
The Bulls leading by 18. Lewis passes to Slim. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
For 3, Gibson knocks down the 3 ball. Gibson's got 29.
And really, the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Defended by Gibson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Warriors trail by 17. Here's Traore. Outside Hill. Pass to Gibson. There's the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Chicago leading by 14. Back to Lewis. Outside Knight. 5 on the clock. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Garrett's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Gibson. Slim pulls it in. Slim's got his 18th rebound here tonight. All over the place. Craig, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Outside Knight. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shoots a fader, and that's off the glass and in.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bulls.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Slim.
Well, the defense he played is what jumps out to me. Did a fantastic job to bother shooters, and he's got the blocks to show for it.
The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Defended by Gibson. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game, Slim.